starting your third week in your sixth time in Belize.
See.
Can we have highlights of these past 2 weeks?
Woo. It's been jam packed, that's for sure. God, there was a while where it was just so hard, kind of thinking about all the details, getting things set up, prepared, dealing with things that we couldn't predict happening, flights, pickups, bats, all that kind of stuff. But after that kind of got scheduled and dealt with. The calm after the storm. Appreciate that. I think before the workshop started, it was just kind of a joy to hang out with some of these families that we've gotten to know, and then also realize that these families are possibly some of the greatest families in this village and in this area. And they're literally the first people we were introduced to, when we first came down here. And just to see the godly men that run their families, and the women that love so well, and the children that have so much joy and enjoy each day so much, it's just been cool to hang out with them and spend time. A couple of the guys asking me, is this what you thought it would look like? Is this what you had planned? And in many ways, yes. And then in many ways, just so much better. Just the way the coaches have responded, the way they've really connected with Coach K and the other guys. It just seems like we're all on the same team going after the same thing. We're not trying to convince anybody that this is good or maybe do this or that. It's just, like after the first hour, we're just like, let's go, let's do this, and let's work. And so that's been the cool thing, just sitting back, seeing that happen. The kids were the rock. Just, we knew they would come, they'd have fun, they're going to be present, and just having them around, I think, gives everyone a boost of energy when it's needed. And in essence will be the thing we probably remember most, just the joy and the opportunity we gave to them. So last few weeks have been good. This week just kind of kicking it off with the workshop, so I'm excited about it. I think it's definitely been different, just from the onset of having, just feeling maybe more responsibility, having to plan and map out everybody's schedule, knowing more people down here, wanting to see them often and catch up with them and honor and respect their time and their friendship, has been somewhat of a balance, trying to make progress but also rest and sit with them and enjoy that time. Rob couldn't come because of mono. Cole leaves early because of bats, kind of out of the blue. Scott's flight gets delayed. Elise has a battle with a passport, and then her flight gets canceled, has to come the next day. Just all these, larger scale things happening seem to be fighting against us. Has been a new thing. Not small obstacles, but kind of larger ones. Just trying to figure out why this is happening, how it's being used, and just commented on the blog about that. Just kind of truly believe there's a form of spiritual warfare. Having read a lot of letters and talked to a lot of missionaries, that's something they talk about a lot. And from last summer, talking to missionaries that didn't talk about that, you could see they're pretty beaten down, and they just a lot of things happened to them that they said, oh well, or that's not right, or we couldn't explain it. But the guys that seem on target realize if you're onto something good and you're doing something that's really helping and changing lives, then you're going to come up against difficult circumstances. You're going to have to make adjustments. You're going to have to do whatever it takes to stay on that path. And so that's, I think, been a larger thing we've had to deal with, just kind of knowing this is good and this is right, and continuing on despite bumps in the road, larger obstacles, because at the core this is really good and things are going well, but we know we've got to kind of fight through some more things, and probably in the future it'll be even tougher. So the hardest thing right now has been protecting that vision. I think the best way to describe it was just the opening kind of introduction to the workshops, being able to tell the backstory for why we're here and what we're about, just highlighting the ability to empower children and teach the lessons, and looking in the faces of these coaches and having them nod to everything I was saying, and smiling and just feeling really good that they're sitting down and they're a part of this. The coolest thing from that introduction was looking over to Jesus and Jaime, guys that we got to know last summer, and just realize we're in this together. We've become great friends throughout this year, and this is something we've started together. Just who knows where it'll go, but just being able to tell the story and them knowing it, and then looking over at them that, you know, we're inviting more and more people into this. A lot of the coaches are from the same village, and you can just see there's something really good starting. And so I think we'll look back to some of these videos and just be like, wow, it just started from these 1, 2, 3 guys that had the desire and the passion to do this. And that's probably been the neatest thing this week, you know, that moment of the introduction, to just realize, okay, the ball's rolling and things are going well. So we've got that, and then we've got Obed Lopez, who I think is, you could just tell when I got to meet with him in March, he's just waiting to do something like this, just wanting to burst out. He was created to be a coach for these kids and to run these programs. So he starts up next week after this training session, and I think there's a lot of good things to come from